Hi, I'm Bill Beto, and we are back in another glorious day in Project 5 Sightseer. It is a beautiful game. Now, we've got our very basic outpost up and running. We've got the science lab. We've got some containers. And we've got a combustion chamber. And an ore extractor. Now, with the research, we're researching electronics, which will give us a lot of new devices for our vehicle. Got plenty of silicon. We're a little bit light on the copper. It's just gradually ticking down. So what we're going to do first is just gather a little bit more copper with our mining beam. We don't need lots, we just need enough to keep ahead of the research. Just wait for the mining beam to come back. So that will give us a better generator. We'll be able to make a Mark 1 power generator, which holds 900 electricity and adds 45 while active. And if we look at our generator, that's at 40 while active and stores 600. So what that means is that power generator, the Mark 1, it will make more electricity and it will store more electricity. So our mining beam will last for longer. Rather than running out fairly quickly like it does now. However, that's going to cost 3,000 aluminium and 250 iron, and we can get aluminium, but I don't think we've got a source of iron. We'll also want to make the better motor, and we'll definitely want to make it a miner's companion as well, because that increases our resource extraction by quite a lot, and it gives 2 extra compartments to the vehicle. And you can see, just mining a tiny little bit of stuff, that almost fills the vehicle. So we will need to find a source of iron, but for now we'll pop this stuff. Oh, have I got a gravel container? I haven't. That's weird. Right. Can't possibly have filled a container full of copper, surely. Have we not got a copper container at all? And coal, gravel, silicon. Okay. No, there isn't one storing copper. That's very strange. Right. How much aluminium have we got? Let's take that out for now. Yeah, convert you to hard metal. Unfortunately, I have to convert you to hard metal. Oh, that's not quite enough. Right, we'll convert that to hard metal as well. And we'll make a container for copper. Copper refit. Yep, that's fine. Okay. Let's get us some more copper. And we're getting a teeny amount of aluminium. That's because we're a long way from where the aluminium is. Oh. Let's pop that copper in a container. Why not? Now then, let's see how we're doing with research. Yeah, we're still going down with the copper, so we still need more copper. It's kind of vital to keep that basic research going, because otherwise we can't really advance any further than where we are now. Sometimes if you have the beam focused on a different area, it'll generate more of a material than keeping it on one spot. Now I think we've got enough copper to keep the research going for a while. What we need to do now is find some iron. I don't think we've found any so far. So let's go for a bit of explore. See what we can find. Nothing much this way by the looks of it. Plenty of trees. Now I know some people who've bought the game have found driving this little starter vehicle a bit of a pain, but actually I quite enjoy driving the little starter vehicle. Some manganese. I'm not sure I really need manganese at the moment. But let's pick it up, because I can turn that into hard metal, so that's quite handy. So yes, so some people don't like the little starter vehicle, but it's such a beautiful world. I enjoy driving around in it. But you do quite a lot of driving around in the vehicle, so If you're thinking of getting the game, you need to be looking forward to driving the vehicle around. If you think driving the little vehicle around is going to drive you nuts, then it may not be the ideal game. Although a lot of the settings of the game are configurable. So you know those Steam reviews where people have played the game for 20 minutes and decided they hated it? Well, actually those people could have changed the configurations of the game so that they can very rapidly upgrade vehicles. Iron. That's what I'm looking for. And they could have had access to stuff much more quickly if they'd just given it a shot. But you can't really play this game for 20 minutes and learn anything about it at all. Right, let's have a go. It's not a lot of iron. Now, because I'm outside of an outpost, I've no longer got the option of checking what's happening with my research there. What's that there? Wreckage. I know I've left to collect iron, but it's so easy to get distracted by other things. And since my vehicle only has the prototype components inside, it would actually be useful if I could find... It's just hard metal. Okay, that's still useful. We'll go back to collecting iron. Something else has materialised for me to possibly pick up. So sometimes these things, these little canisters you can pick up, have components for your vehicle, like generators or engines or a beam turret. A beam turret is a weapon. Am I full of stuff or not? Now, I don't like the beam turret, so I'm just going to salvage that. Don't have enough slots. Let's convert that to hard metal and then salvage that. Yeah. And then we'll convert... No, we won't convert that aluminium because we might use that aluminium. What was my weight there? 101%. Alright. So you can go overweight on your vehicle. But the more overweight you go, the less manoeuvrable your vehicle is. It would be good to get a couple of thousand iron, because I think the basic components I want to build are going to use up at least a couple of thousand iron. And actually it would be a good idea to mark this on the map. Mark FE medium. And that just adds a little marker to the map exactly where I am. Now there's a container over there. Kinda do want a couple of thousand iron there. I've got 1800. We'll wait till the mining beam recharges. You can't really see it because of the drone. We'll wait till this recharges. We'll do one more full blast to pick stuff up. That'll get us another few hundred iron. There we go. What have we got? 2,300. Well, that's a start. And we'll head off to see what this container holds. It doesn't say wreckage, it says container, so that's quite interesting. Because I wonder if that might have a component. Is it going to be too far up a slope for us to get to? No, no, it should be okay. Oh, calcium fluoride. Ah. So. Let's turn that to hard metal. And let's pick that up. And there's another one over here. And we're getting further and further away from home and more laden with loot. Oh! Rolling over, it doesn't seem to damage your vehicle no matter how badly you roll it. It's combat that damages your vehicle. And we shouldn't have any problems with that for quite some time. Right, now we definitely need to head back. And I love this target. Once you've selected something on the map, it's a very clear way to go. So we've mined a bit of stuff, we've picked up a bit of stuff. We'll be able to keep research going. We'll be able to build a container for iron, because I don't think I've got one. Put the iron in, and then check the resources for the rest of the components that we'll be able to build once the research is done. So that as soon as we can make things, as soon as we have the knowledge to make things, hopefully we'll actually have the resource to make things as well. And then if we happen to pick some components up in the meantime, all the better. Just means we've got the resources for something else. So at the moment in the tech tree, the resource demand is a few thousand of this, a few thousand of that. When you get further through the tech tree, it can easily be 250,000 of this, 250,000 of that. So at this point in the game, any resources we pick up, we're not going to be wasting them. Can I get up there? I thought that was a bit hopeful. Oh, we can. Awesome. There's some more stuff over here, so we'll pick that up first. If we can. A basic scouting drone. Well, we know where that is, so we'll just leave it there for now. What I was thinking was, if I can take that into my inventory, I can salvage it and get some of the resources we need for building with. But I'm quite heavy, so we'll take the stuff home first. Now, what's my electricity at? Oh, we're chucking electricity away because it's daytime. I should have remembered. I need to up the research during the day. There we go. That's a shame because it's almost night time. Now, I haven't got one for iron, have I? Pretty sure I haven't. No. So what we'll do is we'll take that marker off the map. We'll make a container for iron. Convert that to iron, refit, that's fine. And put iron in there. We can drop off aluminium and silicon. Have we got one for magnesium? Not yet. So we'll make one for magnesium because that's one of the resources we need to collect. Why won't you let me build there? That's a bit annoying, isn't it? Let's see if we can't put one over here. Right, magnesium, refit, yep. And we can drag that across. And actually, since we've got some calcium fluoride, let's make one from calcium fluoride as well. It doesn't matter that we've only got little bits of these things, because we're going to need lots of these things as time goes by. Right, let's check the research again. Helps if you click the right button. Right, we're going to need more copper. And that takes aluminium. We can mine that locally, so that's not a problem. We've got enough magnesium to make a couple of miners' companions, so that's awesome. That's 800 iron and 250 iron. So we've got enough to make the basic induction motor and the basic power generator. We should be able to make a normal scanner and the sensor and a combat computer, so cool. So we ought to be able to upgrade the little vehicle quite a bit with those. And then we can do the protection 1 next, which will get us the better suspension and better wheels. They're not much better, but they're better than the prototype stuff. And once we've moved on from the prototype stuff, we can start upgrading it as well, which is always helpful. But at the moment what we really need is more copper. Let's see what we get out of this cliff face. Quite a bit of copper. I'm not sure small aluminium is really enough to get us very far. I might need to go out and find a better aluminium deposit. Touch of aluminium, touch of titanium, and quite a bit of copper. And we've got a hard metal container, so... Oh no, have we not got a hard metal container? Did I turn that into something else? Right, okay, we'll just keep that on us then. And now we're only about 1,000 copper short for that research. So let's just continue mining. We're not getting much copper from there though. Right, we'll just wait for that beam to recover. Then we'll go and get that. I think that's still the drone, so. Right. Drop that off. Drop that off. Drop that off. Check the research. Awesome. We're sorted for that. And hard metal's not difficult. We can pick that up fairly easily because most of the hard metals can be turned into hard metal. Right, where was that drone? We shouldn't have too much difficulty getting out of the water now because we've got no weight on us at all. So if we pick that up, I've already got a basic scouting drone, so we'll salvage that and we'll get a bit of aluminium, bit of silicon, bit of copper. Why not, eh? It all helps. Now I'm thinking my solar panels won't be bringing in power now, or they'll be about to die. So we'll just turn the research station back down a bit. Let's have a look. Yeah. And there's the lights come on. Now all these little bits just add up over time. What we'll try next is see if we can head south a bit. Since I've got a scouting drone, that should be following along behind, generating a wee bit of light. So it's not too dark. Again, there are loads of settings you can change on this game. One of them is you can have it permanent daylight if you want. But I'm kind of trying to show you what the game is like on the default settings. Because if you like it on the default settings, it's great when you can know enough about it just to tweak it to get it the way, exactly the way you want it to be. We might be able to make it up that rise. Yeah. So you see people saying in comments and reviews and stuff that you can't drive the starter vehicle, it's absolutely useless. Well, you know, I'm clearly driving the starter vehicle. Can't go up really steep cliffs, but you know, that's alright. There's usually a way. Ah, it's a large aluminium. Let's put a mark on. And I may come back and mine some of that But let's see if I can get to whatever this asterisk is up here. At this stage in the game, these little drops that should appear as if by magic are really useful. Although beam turret's only really any use for the should give me a +1 upgrade kit. Yeah. Okay. What can I buy from him? Hang on. Let's put that hard metal on that hard metal. And let's talk to him again. Right click. I'll accept that. And trade. Let's buy one external. Yeah. So I haven't got a great deal of money or stuff to trade. Kind of a good way to make money is to find artifacts. Artifacts are worth 50 credits. And 50 credits may not sound like a lot, but in this game 50 credits is a small fortune at this stage. You get credits for setting up trade routes as well, but that's quite a long ways off. That's hard metal, which is always useful. Particularly that much hard metal. We'll turn that into hard metal so that I've got a spare slot. And I can get silicon easily enough, so we'll discard that. And I'll just click on that container if I can and dissolve that into the surrounding environment. So you see, you can get up decent height hills in this. Might not get up there though. Not with the amount of weight I'm carrying now. Oh, yeah, bit of ducking and diving, wheeling and dealing. Possibly helps if you don't pick the steepest part of the cliff. Hard metal container. Now where are we? We're nearly at maximum weight. I've got 10,000 hard metal. And a little bit more magnesium. Now where was that aluminium? It's just there. It's behind me. Okay. So I could really do with mining some... Oh, there's another asterisk. I could really do with mining some aluminium. If you like loot, it's very hard to avoid going for the loot containers. These little canister things. Whoa! Oh! Now I bet that added some weight. So that's my first kind of thing I can actually put on my vehicle. Armour's not that great on a Scarab because we're not going to be doing combat really in the Scarab, I don't think. And it's too heavy. But whilst I'm carrying it around, it might as well be in the armour slot. When I get back to base, what I'll probably do is just salvage it, because I think I might get quite a bit of aluminium out of it. And at the minute, the aluminium's probably more important than the armour. No, let's go and mine some aluminium. What time is it? It's just after midnight in game. Let's see if we can get a bit close to the aluminium. Not if I go that way, I can't. Ah. So the trouble is, as you weigh more, you build up momentum. So once you start going down a slope, you ain't going back up it. Oh, that's okay. Oh, that's okay. How far is that away? 76 meters. Oh, that's a rock. Right, if you try and use the little jump thing too quickly after you've already used it, sometimes you get caught out by the cooldown for it. I might need to head back to base to drop off some of this hard metal before I can really get up this rise. Or can I still get up here? Oh, I can. There you go. If at first you don't succeed, try again. So there's the aluminium. Where's the nearest cliff face I can actually mine? I don't think I'll be able to mine this because it's just... yeah. It's not rocky enough. So this rock here is probably good enough. Yep. How much have we got? 800. So what we'll do is we'll try and get another maybe up to 2,000 aluminium. We might not get it out of this rock. Because as you mine from one area, what you get goes down. That'll recharge over time, but not quickly. Let's see what this thing is. I just can't resist these little containers. It's terrible, I know, but... oh, that's a rock. Chug. Lithium. Well, I'll pick it up. I'm not sure it's much use to me at the moment. Right, let's head for home. It's heading for daylight. You can almost see the sky lightening in the distance there. So when I get back to base, I'll turn the research up again. I'll drive much faster if I can get out of the water. Oh, out of the water, back into the water. No, oh no, I'm too heavy for that. Yeah. Probably pretty much all I can do now is head home and unload. But there's loot over there. It's calling to me. Come and get me. Come and get me. How can you say no? How are we getting on there? We're still making progress. Found some manganese. Another beam turret. No inventory space available. Yeah, I guess I kind of need to go with the first plan and head back to base and drop the stuff off. Getting a bit lost off amongst the trees. But look at the reflections in the water there. Not even dawn yet. Wow. Right. So we've already got a container for magnesium, so we can just transfer that across. We've got one for aluminium. We do not have one for lithium. So let's build a container for lithium. And actually, first off, let's scroll the view in a bit so I can actually see what I'm doing. And then let's build a container. Just use the scroll wheel to switch it around. Yep. Now we don't have one for hard metal, so let's do that as well. Okay, and let's drop that hard metal in there. Okay, how's the research doing? Got 4,000 to go. So if you want to do research more quickly, in the configuration settings, research is set to be 24,000 research points. You can just nerf that. So if you wanted research to be 1,000 research points, you could set it to be 1,000, and then as long as you had the resource, you could have completed all of this research in the time it's taken to do one. So if the game's too slow to start for you, it's very easy to change it to be a faster start. Right, let's ramp up production. Let's check our electricity. Oh, we do a bit more than that. Let's put it up another 4 electricity. So as you can see here how much electricity it's using. Let's pop it up to about 16. Check the electricity production again. Well, the sun's still coming up, so I think I'm going to be able to up it a little bit further, in fact. So the electricity coming in from the solar power is still on the increase. Let's see if I can make any more solar panels. We want the power icon. Hard metal, silicon and copper. Now I want to be a wee bit careful about that, because that building will take those resources out of the colony, the base storage. How much copper have I got? 3,000, and the research requires 2,000. So I can make another couple of. I think I can make another couple of solar panels without too much hassle. Don't think I can make any foundations yet, can I? No, because I haven't researched that. Okay, that's fair enough. What's that done for our electricity production? We're plus, but only a tiny bit, and that seems quite stable. That's alright. So I'll just make sure we've got enough copper in the base. We'll just see if we can mine some over here. And possibly just over this area as well. Yeah. We'll wait for our power to restore. And we'll get a bit of copper to add to the base production. There we go. So you can see there how much of stuff you've got coming in and how much you've got going out. So at the moment the research is using the copper about 3 copper per tick faster than I'm making it. It's using coal. I'm not actually bringing any in, I think that's all negative. But we're bringing in silicon and we're bringing in titanium. We've got a surplus of electricity and a surplus of aluminium. That will just gradually over time build up. And over time you've got better extractors and more electricity production, and you can really get stuff going. So this is still a very early days base. We've barely left the absolute beginning stages of the game. Right, drop some more copper off, drop the titanium, check the research. That's steaming ahead now. How much copper have we got? 3,500. Oh, so actually we can make, that's way more than we need for the research. How much silicon is there? 24,000, right. So I can actually make quite a few more solar panels, and we can crank the research up a bit more. So let's pop you there, pop you there. We'll go over to the other end of the solar panel line. Can we put you there? No, I don't think we could. Where does that leave the electricity production? Nearly 5 over. So we can go back to the science station. And let's increase the utilization there. Can we take it up to full? We can. Awesome. So during the day we will be just got that at full and our resource extraction at full. Now what do I need to make another combustion chamber? 3,500 hard metal and probably some more copper, because the copper I've got is going to get used up in the research. Yeah. And how much pollution are we making? Carbon dioxide. So that little combustion chamber is making 2.47 carbon dioxide. The trees are absorbing up to 6.33, so that's a 3.87 surplus is being absorbed. So actually we could have 2 small combustion chambers and that would generate power day and night. But I don't have a source of coal for this base. Yeah. I need more hard metal. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to need to mine quite a bit more copper. I think before we make another combustion chamber, we'll see which of the components we can make. Because if I've got better components, I may be able to mine for longer and get more resource, and that will mean we'll be able to add to the resources faster, and so the whole production process will be improved. So it's only 9 o'clock in the morning, so we should get this research completed during daylight today. Oh yes, we're virtually there. Awesome. Excellent. So completed one. And kind of straight away we want to go on to the next one. And I think it's probably going to be this one. Because better suspension and better wheels. But foundations. Choices. No, I want the vehicle improved first, so let's do that. So what we'll need is an absolute shed load of hard metal. But first, let's see what we can actually make. So, this is the components tab up here. We can make a miner's companion. That an internal slot it is. Okay. So let's make a miner's companion and pop it on. So that gives us 2 extra slots, and it improves our resource extraction and a couple of other bits and bobs. And we're going to have 2 of those, and that'll give us 4 extra slots altogether. So that's a huge upgrade for this vehicle. We're also going to make a chip which will give us combat abilities. So you've got a little brain now. Haven't got any weapons, but you know. Now then, I think the generator is the first thing. So that creates 45 electricity and holds 900. This prototype creates 40 electricity and holds 600. So we'll make ourselves that. And we'll see what this guy wants. He's giving me 8,000 zinc. Awesome. Let's keep on with the vehicle. So is the motor coming in the next bit of research? Let's just check. No, have we already done that? Oh no, that's the motor. So we can give ourselves a proper motor. What other upgrades can we get for ourselves? So that'll give me resource identification range. Kind of doubles that. It doesn't require a lot of resource, so let's do that. And that's, let's just check, that's the prototype scanner. That requires 1,000 hard metal. Yeah, I'll need to make some more hard metal. I will need one of those, so eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We can't turn zinc into hard metal. What can we turn into hard metal? Copper. What do we need for research? We need hard metal and we got none in storage. So let's go to the aluminium chest, container, whatever. That has not got a lot, but we'll take what it's got. Where's the copper? We'll take 1,000 of that. We'll convert that into hard metal. We'll convert that into hard metal. Yep. And we shall transfer that to there. So that should enable the base to do research. But it's chewing through the hard metal very fast, so the next thing I need to do is mine some more copper, because that's the easiest thing I can mine a bit of. And what we should find, if the resources have respawned, is that we get more for bang for our buck now. And we've also got production methods, so we can double up the intake for a few seconds. So in that go, I got 2,000 copper in one go. Yep, we'll convert all that to hard metal. And we'll take that straight back to the containers, because that research is going to chew through that hard metal that's there now in no time flat. So the weather affects the game as well, so if it's raining it takes a long time to slow down and it's very hard to change direction. So yeah, we're going to need to keep on mining copper, I think. Oh, didn't plan that very well. Now, because I've got proper components, I can now apply these to them. Oh, still a prototype mining turret. Oh, still a prototype scanner. And that's a sensor, not external. I can't make these things yet. Oh, that's a shame. And they count as internal. So you can only apply an upgrade to an item. So you can apply a wheels upgrade to wheels. You can apply an external component to external stuff. Let's keep on going till we're out. Convert that to hard metal. Yep. I won't be needing titanium really until I've got to the point of building flying stuff. And with the research set at the standard default level, that's going to take a little while. So we will just transfer that across. That's doing okay. So I'll carry on mining resources and building stuff up. But we've got just over an hour for recording, so we'll stop there. And next time we'll probably put some more upgrades on the vehicle and then head out and about to explore a bit. Because I could really do with finding a trader, and I could really do with finding an artifact, because I could really use some cash. 26 credits isn't going to buy me a great deal. So, we'll catch you next time. Bye for now.